Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're gearing up for back-to-school season or, just thinking about a new computer, you're probably hearing this term everywhere, AI PC. What does it even mean? Well, today we're going to dig into this new wave of computers and find out if they're really the game changer everyone says they are.
First, let me ask you something. How much time do you think you waste just looking for stuff? That one specific file or that email or a link someone sent you weeks ago? Believe it or not, for most of us, it can be up to 8 hours a week. That is an entire workday just gone, spent searching for things on our own machines.
So what if your computer could just give you that time back? That's really the core promise of these new intelligent PCs. They're built from the ground up to totally change how we use our devices, and they're arriving just in time to make this school year maybe the most productive one ever. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll meet the Copilot PC. Then we'll look at the engine inside, the Snapdragon processor and its battery. After that, we'll see what the new Windows AI can actually do for you. We'll check out the special ASUS AI Touch, make sure it's more than just smarts, and then wrap it all up with the back-to-school deal. Let's jump in. All right, first up, what exactly makes this a whole new breed of laptop? A Copilot PC is basically a new class of Windows computer. And here's the key difference. They have these really powerful, specialized processors built to run AI features locally, right there on the machine, without having to send your data to the cloud. This makes everything faster, way more responsive, and, more secure since your stuff stays with you. Okay, now this is where things can get a little confusing, so let's clear it up. You've probably heard of Copilot. That's the AI chatbot from Microsoft that helps you with searches and writing. Copilot Plus, on the other hand, is the brand name for a whole collection of new, powerful AI features like Recall and Co-Creator that are actually built into the computer itself. So, what's making all this happen? Well, the secret ingredient is something called an NPU, or a neural processing unit. The easiest way to think about it is as a dedicated AI brain for your laptop. Its only job is to crunch all those complex AI numbers, which frees up the main brain, the CPU, to do everything else. This means your computer stays fast and snappy even when it's doing something really smart. So that's the theory. But what does this feel like in the real world? Let's take a look at a specific example, the new ASUS Vivobook S16, to see how all this tech actually comes together. The engine powering this thing is the new Snapdragon X processor, and the magic number you're going to hear is 45 TOPS. That stands for trillion operations per second. It's just a way to measure the raw power of that AI brain, the NPU, and it's what makes all the cool features we're about to talk about possible. But all that power doesn't mean much if your battery dies in a few hours. And for students, this might be the ultimate game changer. Up to 32 hours on one charge. That's not just all-day battery life. You can actually leave your charger at home. For real. And check this out, because this solves that classic laptop headache we all hate. You know how your laptop just gets sluggish the second you unplug it from the wall? Well, these benchmarks show that this PC runs at virtually the exact same high performance whether it's plugged in or not. For anyone who actually works on the go, that is a huge, huge win. Okay. So we've got the power, we've got the incredible battery life, but what do you do with it? How does this AI actually help you get through your day? Let's look at the features built right into Windows.
This all starts with the flagship feature, and its tagline really says it all. It's called Recall.
Recall is basically a photographic memory for your computer that only you can see. It creates this explorable timeline of everything you've done on your PC. So, when you're looking for that website you glanced at last week, you don't need the address, you can just search for that site with a picture of a spoon, and boom, Recall finds it. And the most important part, it all happens securely and privately right on your device. Next up, something for your creative side. This is called Co-Creator, and it's built right into the good old Paint app. You just type a description of what you want, you scribble a super basic drawing, and the AI brings it to life as a detailed, beautiful image. You can even use a little slider to tell the AI how creative to get with your sketch. It's pretty amazing. And the AI tools don't stop there. There's a whole bunch of other smart stuff. Like you can instantly summarize an article with a click, you get live captions that can translate audio from videos or calls in real time, there's Windows Studio Effects to make you look better on video calls, and super resolution to magically unblur your old photos.
Okay, so those are the big new features in Windows. But ASUS has also added its own special sauce to the mix, and it's designed to solve another huge headache: organizing our digital lives.
It's an app called StoryCube, and you can think of it as your personal AI-powered librarian for all your photos and videos. We all have that digital shoebox, right? Just a total mess of files everywhere. StoryCube's job is to go in and finally get it all sorted out.
So how does it do it? Well, it gathers up all your media, and then the AI does the heavy lifting. It automatically figures out who's in the photos and what's going on, like beach trip or birthday party. It can even create little highlight videos from your memories, turning all that digital chaos into an organized, searchable story.
Look, all the AI smarts in the world don't really matter if the laptop itself isn't any good, right? It still has to be a great computer for everyday stuff. So let's check out how the Vivobook S16 stacks up on all the fundamentals. And the basics are definitely covered. For a big 16-inch laptop, it's surprisingly thin and light, so it's easy to toss in a bag and carry around campus. You get a beautiful, sharp 2.5K screen, a really comfortable keyboard for typing all those papers, and it's even built to military-grade durability standards, so it can handle a few bumps. And security is a huge deal, especially with all your schoolwork and personal info on there. This Vivobook has something called Microsoft Pluton Security. Now, the old way had a security chip that was separate from the main processor, which left a potential weak spot. Pluton is built right into the CPU. That tight integration basically seals that gap, making it way harder to attack and keeping your data safe.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've seen the power, the AI features, the design, and the security. Now for the most important part for a lot of people, the bottom line. Let's talk about the deal.
So let's quickly recap the specs. You're getting that powerful Snapdragon X Gen processor with the 45 TOPS AI brain, a big 16-inch 2.5K display, a solid 16 gigs of fast RAM, a 512 gigabyte SSD, and of course, that absolutely massive battery. And the price for this whole setup is 50,995 Philippine pesos.
But it's not just the laptop in the box, and this is where the value really stacks up. It also comes with an ASUS backpack, a lifetime license for Microsoft Office, which is huge, and a 2-year warranty. And if you act fast, they're throwing in a free ASUS Marshmallow mouse. So it's basically the entire back-to-school package ready to go.
So when you boil it all down, this new generation of AI PCs, it isn't really just about faster processors or neat new tricks. The whole point, the core promise, is about giving us back our most valuable resource, our time. And that really leaves us with the final question. If your computer could take care of all the boring, tedious stuff, what would you create? What would you learn? Or what would you do with all that time you get back? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.